Hey YouTube, it's Tim Doe again, and I'm actually going to show you guys this, well, it's kind of an unboxing, show you the Harbor Freight, what is it, 69474 rotary buffer. Now I've already assembled it. You do get the two screw nuts here to assemble this J handle as well as this regular straight handle. You also have variable speeds from 1 to 6. So it gives you plenty of cutting power in that regard. You have these red mesh filters, I guess. There's some sort of, I guess they're just for decoration. Inside these door handles on each side are carbon brushes, which are actually included in here in the box as well, which is kind of a surprise because you don't really see that in even the more expensive tools. It's this new type. It's not really the spring-loaded type. It's more of the square type. An extra nut if you just want to use it without you having the straight handle out there. In the box you also are given this 7-inch in diameter sanding backing plate, but I would not use this for buffing. It's just the reason it's just not flexible. It's really stiff. This is actually meant for sanding, not for buffing. So unless you plan on sanding your car, I don't think you'll actually use that. As for the buffer itself, the lowest RPM it goes to is around 600 RPM all the way to 3,500. So it's got, again, plenty of cutting power. Here is the Harbor Freight orange cutting pad that is included in, well, it's not included, it's an extra, but it's $4. And the reason is I bought it as well is because I saw that a lot of people were giving it really, really bad reviews, saying that it would cut up and just, you know, it shred itself into pieces. And I wanted to show you why that was the case. So if I remove this buffer here from the backing plate, and I'll show you what backing plate I had to buy. As you can see, this is a 6-inch buffing pad, but it's in diameter from here to here as well. But in the inside, it's 5 inches, so it's from here to here. And that's kind of a reason. It's a bit confusing because a lot of people are thinking that it's a 6-inch pad, therefore you can use the 6-inch backing plate and it's all good, but it's not. So you have to make sure you have a 5-inch Velcro plate. Not necessarily a 5-inch backing plate. There are ways to get around that, which I'll show you right here. This is the Meguiar's W68 rotary backing plate. Now this is for the Soft Buff 2.0 pads that are pretty common around Amazon. But what makes this backing plate different is that, as you can see here, it's W68. As you can see here, it's a 5-inch backing plate by technicality, because this is where the micro J hooks are. So this edge here is actually flexible, so you can bend this very easily. And this is especially very great if you're doing like small edges or corners. So if you measure this from here to here in diameter, they're both the same. So you can use these pads from Harbor Freight instead of buying the Meguiar's ones or any other brands that you so choose, as long as you use the right one. So this backing plate cost me about $22 on Amazon. I think I bought it from JB Tools. Fast shipper, so I recommend them. So adding all the things without the compound pads or polishing pads, you're looking at about $50, $55. So it's a pretty good rotary buffer. I've used it already on the blue MDX I have, and it's actually done pretty well. It actually removes as it says, but only if you use the correct tools. I would never use that 7-inch backing plate. It will just shred all of this the edges of this pad around here. It would just shred it up. So word to the wise: do not use don't use any of the backing plates. They're certainly not for even buffing pads or compounding pads. Meguiar, Harbor Freight does not even sell one for this for any of their products, in fact. So you'll have to go online and get these if you want yours to last. But otherwise, it's very comfortable. It's somewhat light. I'm gonna guess this is around 8 pounds. So it's not the lightest, but it does have power, and it can cut through a lot of the deep scratches that you find. Here's one thing that does bug me though. On my old buffer, if you click this button and then pull the trigger, you can let go of the trigger and this button will hold it in, so you don't have to constantly press the trigger. But I guess they didn't think of that. They made a trigger safety instead. So if you try to press this in without pressing the small red button, it won't work. So you have to press the red button and then squeeze, which is kind of a dumb thing. I don't know why they did that. Whatever, but otherwise, how would I rate this buffer compared to the old DeWalt? They're basically the same except for that function. I mean, there's really little difference. But yeah, I mean, I totally recommend this, especially if you're a first-timer, don't want to spend that much money. As you go along, you can probably afford to buy a Makita Flex, something more in the range of $200+. But as a starter, or if you're on a limited budget, yeah, this would be a great starter. It's also from the Drill Master brand, if that matters to you guys. But anyway, it comes with a 90-day warranty, so should be good for at least 3 months. Therefore, if you guys have any questions, comments, send or any say PMs, just send me a message, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye.